KEMI Badenoch needs to get a grip? Surely not. But who cares? Anyway, it's the same old song.
Nigel.cecil, calling things out as you like it, especially for his fair-minded friends.
Hello, Chuggers. Welcome. Thank you for joining me, moi, Nigel.cecil. KEMI Badenoch needs to get a grip? Surely not. But who cares? Anyway, it's the same old song. Hillary, you know I'm going to digress now, don't you? That's the title of this video. That's the topic it's featuring. But we would like to thank our fair-minded and equitable friends, those amongst you who have already been in touch, following our last 3 videos when Hillary and moi visited the Edinburgh Fringe. We had a wonderful time. And it's you getting in touch that encourages us. Some would say we don't need any encouragement. We ought to go away. Who cares? Because we were highlighting really the show chuggers, the old original spirit of the Edinburgh Fringe, the grassroots, those who walk along the Royal Mall, giving impromptu performances, giving out leaflets to attract you to visit their shows. It really is hard work, and we do believe it is the original spirit of the Edinburgh Fringe. So thank you for getting in touch and expressing your support for the show chuggers. But now, having digressed, Hillary, please, yes, I've forgotten that as well. If you're tempted, do hit the subscribe button. We're up to some 127 subscribers now, and everyone who hits the subscribe button does encourage us, spreads the word, and we really appreciate that as well, because we enjoy doing these videos. They're a little bit of fun, and I'm digressing again. Back to the topic. KEMI needs to get a grip. But there again, who cares? It's the same old song. Now you'll see from the caption, there are 2 pictures. One you may recognise instantly as Angela Rayner, and the other, well, is it someone trying to grab news headlines to make them, well, we're important now with a Tory party chairman. Anything politicians seem to do to get headlines. It becomes the same old song, doesn't it? Because what's this all about? The other picture is of Kevin Hollinrake, who's the new Conservative Party chairman. They've got tons of things to acclaim them in their CV. But when they get involved in politics across all the political parties now, do they forget what it's all about? It's what matters to us in a democracy, just like the Edinburgh Fringe, the grassroots. Forget the grassroots, and well, you may as well just carry on singing the same old song. What's this all about? Well, it appears now that the party chairman is having a pop at Angela Rayner. And this arises from Angela buying another home, a flat, a luxury flat apparently, in Hove. And so this is what the Tory party chairman in headlines has got with some of the articles. Tories call for investigation into Rayner's tax affairs. That sounds wonderful, doesn't it, from a headline point of view? Grabbing headlines again, are we? Now, I'm not just having a pop at the Conservative Party, because politicians all seem to do that, because when you think of showbiz, I mean, celebrities, we need to stay relevant. Not that I'm a celebrity, but we need to stay relevant. But of course, you need to choose how you remain relevant. Because if all you're doing is singing the same old song, then, well, it becomes boring. We turn off. We get fed up. But First Division celebrities know how to do it, to stay relevant, to be, a wonderful word in politics, progressive, to evolve all the time. And when you think back, and we know because we go over years and years and years, because you can't suddenly claim to be First Division It's the track record that establishes your claim to be First Division, just like Miriam Margolyes in the last few videos we've mentioned. It's their track record over the years that gives them celebrity status, more important than overnight successes, because they're building and staying relevant. And when you think of showbiz, the pop world, what about Cher, David Bowie, Elton John? They've stayed relevant over the years, and politicians forget they come and go. And that's why we get bored with politicians. Their life cycle suddenly, well, evaporates like a puff of smoke. I'm digressing again, aren't I? But you get the idea. So there's Kevin Hollinrake is now the party chairman. And they came out with an email to all the members, apparently, which said what they stood for, and it amounted to nothing. It included everything. The kitchen sink was in there as well. We need to know what the political parties stand for. With celebrities, we know instantly how their tunes are developing. We relate to them. But when it comes to politics, it's now all about headline grabbing, and the Conservative Party have become worse than anyone else, because with them having no real influence in Parliament when it comes to a majority, they're just headline grabbing all the time. And like the Labour Party now, what are the principles? What holds them together? Especially, I'll get back to the subject matter now, when it comes to Kevin Hollinrake having a pop at Angela Rayner, he goes on to say, there is no suggestion she has broken any laws. But the Tories, that's Kevin Hollinrake, has said this was inappropriate tax avoidance for a minister subject to a higher standard of conduct. Now, come on. I mean, that really is, when you consider the Tory party record over the years, the pot calling the kettle black, isn't it? Because do we really care that Angela Rayner, a working class girl, now made good given her roots, has bought a second home? Jolly good to her. We'd all aspire to do that if we had a few quid. Where we live, there's lots of second homes, and we can be envious and say, look at them, they've got a second home. But the chances are they've worked hard for it to get where they've got, and Angela Rayner to get where she's got, surely, I mean, everyone has to have a little bit of luck on their side, but she's worked hard. So now the Tory party is falling into the same trap as the Labour Party, shouting at each other. I mean, come on, when you look at the Tory party record, as we said, nonsense. And we don't care. We're more interested in who's protecting our borders, what's happening to the national health, what about freedom of expression? Is the government putting the interests of the citizens of the United Kingdom first and foremost? And for that matter, is the Labour Party. So when they start having a pop at each other, they're now two worn-out contestants fighting about in the ring, the political arena, that we couldn't care about. Which is why Nigel Farage in the Reform Party is doing so well, because at least whatever you think of their policies, even if you don't know their policies, even if you're not sure what they stand for, they're not singing the same old song, are they? They really aren't. And if Labour and Conservatives keep on singing the same old song, it's a turn-off. We're going to look for another pop star to follow. And you say, you can't say pop stars, it's all popularism. No, it's what connects with the grassroots. So there we are. Does KEMI Badenoch need to get a grip? Does KEMI Badenoch need to make sure that the Conservative Party doesn't carry on singing the same old song?